Okay. Good evening out there, everyone. Hope everyone's had a wonderful, blessed, safe, and happy week. I wish you all the best in life. Today we're talking about the Thursday night football game between the New York Giants at the Washington football team, NFC East rivalry game. Um, this game is pretty much determined who's has a chance of being in second place. Will be in second place by the end of this week in the NFC East, or tied for first, depending on what happens with the Philadelphia Eagles game. As Dallas is going at the Los Angeles Chargers, so even if they win, it's not going to really change their standings over whoever wins this rivalry game, um, or if the Eagles go 2-0. So that being said, talking about this game, both teams come in 0-1. New York Giants lost at home against the Denver Broncos. I think pretty convincingly. I forget it's like 27-13 or 27-10, something like that. And the Washington football team lost Ryan Fitzpatrick due to injury, and also lost the game to the Los Angeles Chargers at home, 20-16. Tyler Heinicke came in, was serviceable, but ended up losing the game to Justin Herbert and Los Angeles Chargers. I had picked the Giants to lose in their game, so I got that one right. I picked Washington to win at home. Got that one wrong because the Chargers ended up winning. So that being said, discussing tonight's game. Tonight's game is between, like I said, rivalry game, which is always in the NFC East. Head toss, coin flip. I mean, because it could go either way. I usually pick home teams for the most part in these games, unless something weird happens. This game I'm going with the Washington football team to beat the Giants 20-17. That's because I believe this game's going to be a defensive battle for the most part. You got Daniel Jones coming in with the offensive line, which he'll be battling. The offensive line, Daniel Jones will be battling the pass rush of the Washington football team. And then the Washington football team comes with Taylor Heinicke in this defense. So Taylor Heinicke and their offensive line is going to have to do a good job of against this Giant secondary, which is very good. So that being said, I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants win this game, especially because Tyler Heinicke, short week coming in to replace Ryan Fitzpatrick on a Thursday night game. So this one could flip. Like I said, I think it's going to be a very defensive battle game. I think it's going to end up being low scoring. That's why I have it 20-17. I think Washington, Taylor Heinicke leads a drive in the fourth quarter, puts up by a field goal. And then Daniel Jones has a chance to come back under 3 minutes to try to match the field goal or with a touchdown. So I think it's going to be 20-17 with about 3 minutes under. And the game's going right now. And that's going to determine pretty much the game, whether the Giants win or not. The ball will be in Daniel Jones' hands and the Giants' hands at the end for the last possession of the game to me. At least last possession to try to score a touchdown or match with a field goal, I should say. So that's pretty much my take. Like I said, defensive battle. It's the Giants secondary versus the Washington pass rush against the quarterbacks of Daniel Jones. Tyler Heinicke is for the offensive line for Washington football team, New York Giants. That's pretty much my take on the game. As well as my fantasy picks for tonight. Offensively for New York Giants, I'm going to go Daniel Jones. And the reason for that is because I don't know if Evan Ingram's playing tonight. I think he's out. I'm pretty sure he's out. I would have picked him because I believe the linebackers for the Washington football team are good, but I believe tight ends have a chance of taking advantage of the linebackers in pass coverage. But that's not happening. And I think the back end of the Washington football team secondary is not terrible. So I don't really expect like a sorry, again, just saw a sack by the Giants. I really don't believe that like Kenny Galladay, Sterling Shepard, or Darius Slayton. I don't believe one of them could necessarily have a tremendously big day, I should say. I can see him be significant at key plays, but I can't see any one of them having like a tremendous day, I should say, against the secondary. So again, Daniel Jones for the offense for New York Giants. Defensively, I'm going to go James Bradbury because I believe the matchup between whoever's guardian, Terry McLaurin, which I'm sure they're going to put Terry McLaurin on both sides of the field against him and Dory Jackson. Logan Ryan at times he goes in the slot, but I believe James Bradbury probably be home most of the time, so I think ability to shut down Terry McLaurin is going to be a big part of this game. That's why I go with James Bradbury. And also, like I said, the Giants secondary is going to be a big part of this game. Washington football team fantasy picks. Fantasy picks. Offensively, going Antonio Gibson. The reason for that is because I think the Giants secondary is very good. So I think in order for Washington to win this game, they're going to have a good running game. So Antonio Gibson's my pick. Also, like I said, Taylor Heinicke is on a short week, so I don't expect him to lead too much in this game. Defensively, Giants' offensive line is questionable. I think mainly more inside than out. So though people would think Chase Young or Montez Sweat, I'm going to go actually the right defensive tackle, which I believe he's playing right defensive tackle, because I believe the weakest part of the Giants line is left guard right now, because I think the starting left guard is actually injured. So I'm going to go with Jonathan Allen, former player for Alabama, for the Washington football team's defense. So I think he's going to be the key part in this game for the Washington football team defense. So again, that's my pick and that's my analysis for this Thursday night game between New York Giants and the Washington football team. Got to watch Washington football team win this game 2017. So that's my thoughts. It's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. Been wrong with 8-8 last week, so we'll see what happens this week. I was right in the Thursday night game last week, but it was very close. So we'll see, what happens with this one. Should be a good game. NFC East rivalry game. Like always, guys, hope you continue to have a wonderful, blessed, safe, and happy life. I wish you had nothing but the best in your life. Keep doing good in the world, guys, and that's my take. So with that being said, guys, peace.